Hey guys, I'm Molly with Design Loves Detail, and I'm so excited to be able to give you a full home tour today of Emilia Romagna, a gorgeous home that I've been working on for over a year with R.L. Wyman Design and Create. The style that I really wanted for this home is something that's organic, modern, Italian. So we have both that European charm as well as the modern details that make it so stunning. That contrast is really cool. I'm going to show you how we did it. First of all, this center circle is a really big element to the space. One of the first conceptualized pieces really, and actually the exterior and the landscape of this home helped shape the interior of it as well. So this center circle here with the olive tree in the middle, it really does a few different things. It gives us this stately feel so that we have a true separation from the road that blocks a little bit of the home and kind of leaves some curiosity for you. I love that element because it lets you kind of discover the front door, which I'll show you in just a second. But I love the way that this cobblestone surrounds it. It was laid by hand, piece by piece, by cutting edge design. They did the pool and the landscape for this home, and they're amazing to work with, and true creative artisans. You can see by the detail in this circle, it has over 260,000 cobblestones laid just like they would in Italy. And that gives us this grand entrance as we come around to kind of reveal the home. We've got that mix of stucco that is in Benjamin Moore's pashmina, and then the natural looking stone. It's actually a manufactured stone that I was able to work on with Harris stone. It is a custom mix called Milan Ridge stone that you can now order, and I love that it has that warmth and character. We did the overgrouted look so that you have that old world feel of Europe, and it's in Trinity white. So that's the mortar color, is that Trinity white, and they're really generous because we want it to have that unearthed feel just like you would see in European buildings. That again was brought in here to that center circle, and you kind of come around that tree and get to discover this 15-foot door. Now this is by Sonic Windows and Doors, and they are just amazing. They did all the windows and doors on this home, and you'll see how custom they are. They created all kinds of things that we threw at them, and they made it happen. The other thing that I wanted to mention is the color on these windows and doors. Now, I wanted to make sure that we kept that European charm, and it was important that it didn't feel too modern. So blending those two together is definitely, you know, it's a little bit of a feat because they're very different styles. But I feel like we nailed it with this, and Danette and I spent so long selecting this color, Weimaraner. I think I'm saying that right. It is named after, thanks for you guys telling me, a dog breed, apparently. And it kind of walks that balance of a greenish undertone with the kind of a gray tan brown. You almost can't place it, but it looks so incredible with that pashmina stucco and then our Milan Ridge stone. I'm gonna back up a little bit so that we can see these lights here too. These are a custom piece that I worked on with my friends over at Hubbardton Forge. They make lighting here in the US that is just incredible craftsmanship. We wanted those details, and this is a place we kind of splurged a little bit to really get the size and scale right. Those are over 40 inches tall, and they just look amazing. You'll see also throughout this home a blend of shapes, a lot of curves, but not too many, just enough that we get kind of a softness and an organic element to a lot of these rectangular items. Like the front door is very modern and clean. The windows, most of them are square or rectangle, and then there's just a certain few that have the arch detail for that architectural element that really brings in the organic, like I mentioned. What I wanted to accomplish with this tour too is to kind of give you guys a little bit of the insight behind the design, right? Like what pieces came together and what was the thought process behind them, and kind of also how we envisioned a family living in this home, because a really cool thing is, you guys, this home is available as of now for sale. And so I kind of wanted to talk about a couple elements, like this flagstone path that you'll see here. It leads over to an entrance, a separate entrance. And a lot of times homes have a secondary entrance like this, but they can often get confusing. Now, this flagstone path really sets this side entrance apart, but this is going to be so crucial, I think, for the way that people would live in this home, because that goes right into the mudroom, right where your kids would want to drop their backpacks and all those little details. And it just has a certain charm and inviting element to it as well. And between the flagstone path and then the fact that we have a 15-foot door, it kind of helps you know which is the side entrance and which is the main. Now let's open this amazing front door. It's on a pivot, so you got to see how it opens. It's cool. Coming into the interior, it's just as stunning. This 2-story entrance is so grand, and we have this gorgeous curved floating staircase that really is a sculptural element in and of itself. I love that detail. And then the curve of the table kind of mimics that, and we have a stunning light fixture above with the real alabaster that is just gorgeous. Behind me, you'll see this backdrop of the backyard, which is perfect for bringing in that indoor-outdoor feel right as you come into the home, so it still feels airy and welcoming. Now let's take a peek in the office that's right off this entry. Here in the office, we really set the space off with some custom gorgeous wood and glass doors. These are ones I've never seen before, but have a really cool frame, and then just a little bit different setup with the door having more wood and then the glass squares. With the wood flooring in here, I love the warmth this adds. This is by Shaw, and it's Vista Maple. First time I'd used maple in a project, and it's actually really pretty. It's kind of a mid-tone, which is nice because we've seen light floors for so long that this is kind of a more in-between color. And I love that that warms things up as you enter this office. Behind me is another architectural element where we brought in the arches. These are the built-ins that have cabinetry as well. So it's kind of a hybrid of a built-in and then some closed storage. Really gorgeous hardware here that bring in the curves like I mentioned. So we're always kind of playing with that curve versus straight line so that we have a perfect mix. I also love that this office has a real color drenched feel. This is the pashmina, Benjamin Moore pashmina, like we used outside for the stucco. So it kind of brings that color in, gives us a more saturated, cozy feel in here, and sort of distinguishes this space from the entry. A couple other details that I really love about this office is that there's an exterior entrance right off of that mudroom patio, as well as a smaller back office for like an assistant or something like that. Coming into this formal living that's right off of the entry, I love this space because it gives you an opportunity to really sit down with your guests and kind of enjoy that its own space. And I sort of feel like it's a throwback to really quality time. So a couple details in here. This space, this built-in area has the natural looking stone that we have from the exterior, that Milan Ridge stone, and it really ties those interior and exterior spaces together while also giving us a really cool opportunity to display some large scale pieces because this room is so massive. These sofas too were ones that were custom made for the space because we had that grand scale. These are 10-foot ones that I made available through Vineyard Home Collection. That is my line, and I love them because they're a perfect balance of classic and modern. And this massive coffee table, also a really cool detail. It's huge, and it's 2 pieces that fit together like a puzzle, and it's just gorgeous. Behind me, you'll see kind of the entry, and I love this view going up above where we have the arched kind of look over area. You can kind of picture this at Christmas time. This might be where your kids come and look over at the Christmas tree down here in this space. From this point in the home, you can either go this direction to the main living area and kitchen, which I'm going to show you in just a second, or down this hallway, which we're going to head down to the primary wing of the home. Down this corridor leads you to a whole separate part of the home, which is set aside for the owner's retreat essentially. And right off to the side here is a really cool covered little patio area. We kind of call it the Zen patio because it gives you a chance to kind of decompress and maybe just take in the beautiful house that you live in if this is your home. And I loved working with Sean Patton. Me and Rob of RL Wyman were able to sit down with him and really create this layout and flow and exterior of this home that I think is so livable, but also so special too, in that each space really has a purpose and heart in it. Also, another area where we're able to bring in the stone and just kind of tie it in is this end of the hallway, and it just gives kind of a nice little unearthed type element right there. This hallway that goes right down to the bedroom area is actually so cool because we made it like a gallery. So we have these 3 pieces of art with the art lights above. And another really fun thing I wanted to mention to you guys is that you can shop the custom art in this home. So these were each picked out specifically for this home and custom framed, and you can buy them too. They come in 3 different sizes. I'm gonna link them in the description below where you can shop all kinds of things from this home. So be sure to check that as well. These doors are the perfect grand entrance to this primary suite. Again, from Sonic Doors in that Weimaraner color. And then these back here open up to a really cool area. I'm gonna show you, look at this. How pretty is that? So again, just all these little areas where the indoors flow with the outdoors, and I'll show you how this connects in just a moment. but it's so stunning. And then these also have the privacy glass too, so you still have an element of secludedness. This gorgeous custom wood pocket door separates the bedroom area from this entry spot. And I love how this room is still cozy and inviting. We did a gorgeous wall covering that is it looks like linen fabric on the walls, which really just brings in kind of this feeling of comfort. The ceiling has gorgeous wood beams and a really pretty double alabaster ring light fixture. Here's kind of the nook that we created too for the bed and the nightstands. So you can see that kind of just tucks in right here. I love this velvet bed up against that linen texture wall. You can see that this home is pretty neutral all throughout, but it also has so much texture and interest and subtle tones of color mixed in. We've got a lot of texture in the bedding, and then also here at the end of the bed with this really fun bench. This side of the room is also very inviting with the fireplace, and it has truly a European feel with the artwork that we're able to do. Again, this is custom shoppable artwork that is so pretty. We did an oversized mirror here with the fireplace, and this is a surround that you can actually purchase just like this or in different colors through my friends over at Stone Mountain Castings. I'll link that as well. And we did a really cool thing here with the wall to make it match. So this is actually plaster on the wall section here, and it's done by Amy over at Artistic Wall Textures. She's so talented. If you're in Utah and need someone to do plaster in your home, I'll show you a couple of other cool places she did as we go through the home tour. And I love the way that this is kind of like a little bit of depth where we have the recessed sections for the wall art, and then this bumped out fireplace, and then kind of a cozy place to sit over here too. Here in the primary bathroom, you'll notice, again, the stone that we've tied throughout the home, our Milan Ridge stone, and it's really special in this space because we have these minimal sconces. They're travertine wall sconces that kind of are backlit, and it just makes that face of the light, or the face of the stone lit up, that's so pretty. And then we did really simple in the other details. So we have a chunky countertop, and then again with these little curved details, like I said, that are kind of mixed in throughout, so that we have that softness with some of the straight lines too. This bathroom is luxurious with the heated floors and some really stunning details. We have this glass wall backdrop essentially with the shower and an outdoor shower I'm going to show you in a second. And then this really oversized tub that sits in front with stunning lighting above. It's just so pretty. So I'm going to step in here and show you this. Here in the shower, to keep things really minimal and clean in this bathroom, we actually did these hidden niches back here that offer a lot of storage for your shampoos and all the things, but also are out of sight from the main bathroom. So you can see how cool this outdoor area is with the double outdoor shower. It's like a garden out here. So you really have the privacy as well from these walls. You can take a shower under the stars or just enjoy this outdoor shower as you come in from the pool. Here we are in the primary lounge, which is a really cool concept. This room is actually for the homeowner, basically like if they have their teenage kids having a party in the main house. This is kind of just a retreat area that has the TV, a place where you can come be on your own and away from everyone. And also it brings the TV out of the bedroom, which I think is a really nice thing. It kind of gives you a dedicated area for media. And these walls, you'll notice, are really moody, rich color. This is Sherwin-Williams Porpoise. And what's cool, if you guys have not seen samplies, I'm gonna link these for you, but they're really awesome because you can take this big sample and actually peel and stick it to the wall to get a better feel of how the color is going to look. And they come in multiple sizes. There's the one I just showed you, as well as this is a bigger one so that you can really take in the color. This wall behind me, you'll see, is a texture as well. So we did that fluted detail just to give some interest, and then the oversized artwork just really makes a statement in here. And a really cool thing is this sectional here. This is actually a piece from Vineyard Home Collection as well. So I got to design this one, and it is gorgeous, luxurious velvet and such a cool shape with that curve. Here we are in the laundry room, and it is one of my favorite spaces in this home. It's got lots of European charm in here, and this island looks like it's a reclaimed piece, but we actually had it custom built for the home by Alpine Mill. They're amazing. They did all the cabinetry in this home, and you'll see a bunch more examples of their work. But I love the way that this adds so much character, and then we've got kind of the canvas of the light, so it's got some interesting texture as well. And then we've got a cool color on the cabinets. This one is Sherwin-Williams Griffin, kind of a almost like a deep mushroom brown. So I love that it's kind of grayed down a bit, but it gives us some good saturation for the space. And as a mom, I know how your kids sometimes follow you around the house as you do tasks. So we did a built-in bench area here in this laundry room space. So while you're working, your kids can hang out and talk to you. And we also did some really amazing wallpaper there by Ayara Home. They have some really beautiful wallpapers, and I'll show you a few more too as we go through the home. The other thing that really is important, I think, in this laundry room that we nailed is getting a lot of storage. So you can see these floor to ceiling cabinets on this whole wall with this stunning hardware. Again, I'm going to link that for you because it's one of my favorites, but this laundry room has got so many purposes when it comes down to it. Here's this mudroom area that I had mentioned earlier that has the secondary entrance off of that flagstone path. It's so charming and so cute. And as you come in here, this is where your kids would, like I was saying, come home from school and have a place to hang their jackets and things like that with this cute wall. Place to sit down and take their shoes off. And then there's another area too that has even more storage. I love this little alcove area with all the clothes storage. It has drawers on the bottom for shoes and then lockers that open up for your kids to tuck all their stuff away. And the cutest little half bath that ties in so well. I love the location of this right off the mudroom and connecting to the dining room. This is the dining room, and I love this space because it's classic and timeless, but also a little understated, which I adore. Sean Patton does such a good job creating spaces with their own identities and individuality, but that are also connected and cohesive together. This space is set off by the stone behind me again that we've tied throughout the house, like I mentioned. And I love that this table is got so much size to it as well. So we have really this natural wood that spans such a good length here, and it has the two different leaves so you can create the length that you want for your space. Another kind of cool detail about this dining room space is these individual 5 pendants. Couldn't find a linear fixture that was quite the right scale for the space, so doing 5 individual ones really let us have that length that we wanted to accommodate the table. The great room of this home begins to reveal the scale that R.L. Wyman just has dialed in. This home with the grand window here and the stone wall and the fireplace, all of it is simple but oversized and works so well together. And I'm going to show you something really beautiful on this side. This is my favorite part of the whole home. It's the kitchen. The kitchen in this home is truly the heart of the home. I adore this space, and I'm going to spend a little time in here to just show you all the incredible details. Here we have the hidden fridge and freezer, one on each side. They're just integrated into the cabinetry, again by Aspen Mill. And this color is a custom stain that we made. It's actually named Molly Brown, named after me. Kind of cool. Thank you guys. And it's really cool because it's a walnut that's grayed down enough that it doesn't have any red undertone or anything like that. So it's subtle, but really just stunning wood. And then another unique detail right next to that is the glass door cabinets. One thing I wanted to try here that I had never done before and actually had never seen done is this single panel glass. A lot of times you see the double panel glass that opens, but this is one single piece, and it just gives a really cool look to the space and gives us an opportunity to show off dishes and cookbooks and all that kind of stuff. This is a real statement wall of the kitchen, and it starts with this arched, customized plaster range hood area. So I found a hood that I loved that was actually an Italian one, and we basically made a version of it that has never been made before. So it's very unique, and it has this stunning plaster that is actually matched to the color, which is China white. That's the one that I use throughout the walls. You guys know that's my favorite. But we did basically a plaster version of that. So it has a little more depth and dimension, again by Amy of Artistic Wall Textures. She also did the fireplace that I shared with you guys just barely. And then here we have this range. Now, I don't think we could have a truly Italian home without this Fulgor Milano range that is custom for this home. It's the first one in the world in this size, and they'll be coming soon, but we were able to customize the color. It literally even says R.L. Wyman in the nameplate down below. Rob went to Italy and met the family behind this name, and they are top tier appliances. I cannot tell you how much I love this range. I think you're getting an idea though. It's got the brass mixed with the stainless, which I love that mixed metal. And then of course, like I was saying, the custom color here below for the main body of the range. It's stunning. Here on the island, you'll see this waterfall edge, gorgeous quartzite. I love quartzite because it's a natural stone. It's harder than granite. and you get that, you know, raw variation that you have with natural stone. This is called LeBlanc quartzite, and we wanted to use something neutral, but not Taj Mahal, because even though it's amazing, everyone uses it. So we mixed it up with the LeBlanc. This wall with the pantry entrance is probably the coolest part of the whole home, in my opinion. And I love that it mirrors the other side with the great room. They both have the stone wall and the arch detailing. And above this is actually the entrance to the kids' library play area. So it's nice that you have that visual from the kitchen to up above. And we'll take a step into the pantry now. This area is a great prep space. We have some built-in appliances here, as well as some open shelving for the dishes. And I love this curved detail. I thought this was a unique way to bring in the curve, and then also with the countertop edge here and cabinets, it's such a pretty, just a really like high-end feel. One thing that's really unique and cool about this pantry is that we have kind of two sections. There's that middle prep area that's still really beautiful and visually appealing. And then we have this part too, which is actually still beautiful and really appealing, but it's more hidden. So you can have, you know, be okay with putting your food out. Right now it's like a little store, but it's one of those areas that's tucked away where you can really not be worried about the food getting out of order and things like that. Again, with Aspen Mill, they did these beautiful pieces. We have this built in under the window, which looks like a furniture piece, but it's actually a custom cabinetry. And it has that, again, reclaimed wood top. So we're bringing in those, marrying kind of those modern details with the classic European charm. You'll see how this front part of the pantry kind of feels like an Italian wine cellar, which I love. And then you can follow me back into the kitchen and see how these spaces interact with each other. This is kind of the prep space, like I was mentioning, almost like a butler's pantry section. And then we're back into the main kitchen here. This is kind of the last wall of the kitchen, but we didn't skimp on any details. There's a cool blend of open storage, glass storage, and then closed storage, which I really like because it mixes things up. Again, we have the beautiful quartzite, and on this wall, some really subtle tiles. So we have kind of that handmade feel tile to give interest, and a really long stretch of countertop that would be a great place for making cookies or that kind of thing. This entertainment kitchen is such a unique feature of this home. It's for indoor-outdoor living. So these doors, I'll show you, they open up to the backyard and make it feel just like airy in here. It's got a moody vibe. We've got a little bit of color on the wall. This one is Benjamin Moore's Rockport Gray, so it adds some nice saturation in with our Urbane Bronze back wall. That really gives us such a cool feel for the whole space where it's more modern and moody. And then we have a bunch of storage in here as well. So this is kind of more like the place that you would bring your family and friends when you're having like an outdoor party and barbecue. This would be the area. You can see once these doors are open, the indoor-outdoor living is absolutely amazing here. Now let's go tour the backyard. The concept here was to create a European resort right in your own backyard. I kind of think we nailed it. Cutting Edge Pools did such an amazing job out here, from the plant selection to the details of the checkerboard pattern. This is actually something that I wanted to mimic from the interior with that entry tone-on-tone tile, and the tile was going to be too expensive, so these guys are geniuses and found a way to do that with sandblasting every other diamond so that we get that really subtle tone-on-tone look. I love this whole Mediterranean vibe. Just off that outdoor gaming area is more entertainment space with a home theater. It's really beautiful in here. We've got some cool lighting, a ping pong table, a bar, and then a little built-in snack station as well. This bathroom that's just off the home theater is just kind of cute. So we're taking a moment here because it's got cool details, kind of an integrated sink with the marble and then the walnut and some really fun light fixtures in alabaster. And for more enjoyment, we have the home gym, we have the golf simulator, and then also check out this pickleball court. And this is kind of every kid's dream, right? To have this in your own home. This area looks out over the backyard and offers great seating for adults or friends to hang out while everyone's playing sports. We were able to custom make the colors for this with the court specialist so that you have a more high-end looking sport court in your home. Love the rock climbing wall, as well as the foam pit and trampoline. As kind of functional art, I thought it'd be fun to do these white basketballs on these kind of floating shelves so that you had a place to put them and also make it look like art. I love the way the home hugs the backyard, and from every angle you have a beautiful view of what Rob calls the heartbeat of the home. Another really cool detail about this party barn space is that you have this upstairs mezzanine level that looks out over all of the gaming, the sport court and all of that. And you also can have it as kind of a wellness escape. So we've got a place to do your yoga with the mirrors. We've got the cold plunge, the sauna, a massage room, all kinds of space for recovery. A really unique detail to this home is the casita. It's a separate space and it's got everything you need. It's kind of set up like a studio apartment with a really beautiful kitchenette, a ladder up to a loft for bunks, and then even a little dining area here too. To add some character to this space, we did this brick wall. Kind of looks again like an exposed wall that maybe was there. So we have some age mixed in with this modern feeling home. Gorgeous bed with a settee at the end. So this kind of gives us a TV watching area, almost like its own little living room space within this bigger bedroom area. This bathroom is actually one of my favorites in the whole home. I love this thick floating vanity where we could put some open storage below, little baskets for towels and things like that. And it's even got a washer and dryer here in this casita. One of my favorite spaces in this whole home is actually this kids' library. It's kind of a fusion of a homework zone and a playroom. So you can see how cute it is with this little loft bed area. We are gonna add a ladder that goes up to that. I love the little alcove areas with the desks and then the bookshelves above that even have lighting in them, so they're really pretty as well. Another one of my favorite details in this playroom is the wallpaper. I love this plaid from Ayara and they customized it just for us. You can shop it in the links in description. It's so dang cute. I love the idea too of how cozy this space is. It's where you can envision your family at the end of the day to read a bedtime story and just spend time together. This girl's bedroom that's right off of that children's library is so fun and features another Ayara wallpaper, a little floral, kind of a vintage feel in this room. And there's so many fun details. We have the sitting area by the window and then really cute scallop detail furniture, and the bathroom is just as adorable. I was able to add an extra special little touch to this room with my brand new pillow collection from Betty's. This is the Everly line and it's sweet little floral prints with the XL Euro in a kind of a gray blue texture. Now we're in the boys' room, which is also off that children's library, and I love this space. It's got a different feel. We did a little moodier on the walls. This is Benjamin Moore's Rockport Gray, and it just adds the perfect saturation to the walls, mixed with this black furniture with the curved edge. It's really pretty. And this bedding is my brand new Rowan collection for Betty's. If you haven't heard of Betty's, there's zip up bedding, which is so great for kids, especially because then they make the bed easier. Let me show you that up close. I love this Betty's because it's a really neutral, soft brown with a stitching detail through it that is so high end. And then we've got a really cute lumbar pillow, again with texture, but it's so darn soft. And this scallop detail on the linen pillows, as well as these velvet edged XL Euros, so stunning. Plus, this blanket at the end is really fun because it's reversible. It's cream on one side, and the other side is a really soft green that ties in with the velvet trim on the big pillows. And these nightstands are actually from my brand new collection, part of my Vineyard Home line. And they're so cool because they have kind of the circle cut out. Almost reminds me of this for this room of like Legos. It's really cute. I love how these upstairs bedrooms also all have their own bathrooms. And we have a small laundry room up here that is perfect, so you don't have to run all the way downstairs to do laundry. This is what we call the upstairs game room. It's a great place for the kids to gather, play games, or watch TV. I love the details in this cute half bath that's right off the upstairs game room. Here's another really cute bedroom. I love this space. We did some custom art here as well as a really fun dresser. This room is smaller and simple, but it's like got all the right details. We added a little detail to this room by doing the plaster wall. I actually found an art piece that I liked, and then Amy from Artistic Wall Textures made it into an entire wall so that we have a little interest and dimension there. The bedding is also really gorgeous. We did a linen brown with a kind of like a soft terracotta pinkish velvet, and it's just stunning. Again, I'll link everything for you in the description below. The attached bathroom in here is really fun as well. Got some kind of organic looking tile, and then just a simple vanity, but we did a taller backsplash to really give it a unique feel. And then this open storage is fun for the towels as well. Another really cute room in here. I love this is another plaster wall with just some really organic texture. And to mix things up, instead of lamps, we did these hanging pendants on either side of the bed, which I think is so fun. And this one has a nice alcove, so we did a really deep settee, kind of a loungy daybed type area in that window spot. And then there's a little section, kind of a console place where you might put a TV or artwork as well. And dang, isn't this rug cute? I know I've probably said this 3 times by now, but this is another one of my favorite bathrooms. It's a great junior suite off of that bedroom that I just shared. And it's got a really unique vanity with the marble that we did surrounding the drawers. So it's just kind of a really fun, different kind of setup with a stunning walnut mirror. And then we have the tub alcove with all this sunlight. It's really gorgeous. And the walls are clad in a brushed limestone, a combed limestone. So it has some texture. Love the flooring with these circles. And then the shower's really beautiful and simple as well. Thank you guys so much for touring Emilia Romagna with me. This is a dream home by R.L. Wyman Design and Create, and I was so happy to be a part of it. Please let me know in comments if you guys have any questions or if you're interested in purchasing this home.